Hello viewers. Today's topic is different from the ones we usually talk about. Today we'll be talking about the Farmington mine disaster of 1968. As you know, a few days ago marked the 53rd year anniversary of this tragic event. On November 20th, 1968, in the early morning of 5:30 a.m., an explosion tore through the mine number 9, which was under ownership of the Consolidation Coal Company in Marion County, West Virginia. There were reports of the explosion being felt from 12 miles away. The explosion sent out a 150 feet tall plume of flame into the air. There were 99 miners that were trapped in the mines, and sadly only 21 miners made it out alive. It was determined after a little over a week that the air was too toxic for the remaining 78 miners to sustain life. On November 30th, the executive decision was made to seal the mine to starve the oxygen out of the fire. The mine was then unsealed in September of 1969 to recover the remaining 78 miners. The recovery of these miners took about 10 years, and only 59 of the miners' remains have been recovered. This was not the only mining incident that took lives from people in the coal mine number 9. There was also an incident in 1954 where an explosion killed 16 miners due to safety violations. Because of the events in 1954 and 1969, new regulations were introduced into the mining world. 40,000 West Virginia miners went on strike for better health benefits and to raise awareness of the many health conditions they have to deal with, like black lung disease. Due to these tragedies, the miners' strike, and the testimonies from the fallen miners' widows, the Federal Coal Mine Health and Safety Act of 1969 was passed. Then, in 1977, the Federal Coal Mine Health and Safety Act created the Mine Safety and Health Administration. With this administration, they strengthened and expanded the rights for miners and established there to be a mine rescue team for disasters like those that were mentioned. Among those who lost loved ones in 1968 disaster were George Butt and West Virginia Senator John Manchin. Joe Manchin was 21 years old when the Farmington disaster occurred. Joe Manchin was quoted saying, "It's awful when you have so many tragedies that have to happen before necessary changes are made. But miners have paid. They paid with their sweat and their blood." Despite this, however, Joe Manchin has long-standing economic ties to the coal industry and have profited greatly over the past few years. What a hypocrite. Anyways, George Butt was in the first grade when he was pulled from class, and later when he got home, he was told the news of the tragedy. George Butt lost his father in the mines. His father, Harold Wayne Butt, had put in his 2-week notice to leave the mines and become a postmaster. George Butt's family and others are suing Murray Energy, who owns the Consolidation Coal Company. You must be wondering, why did they sue decades after the tragedy? Well, in 2014, new evidence came to the surface. A head electrician had turned off the alarm to a ventilation fan, which was used to rid the mine of deadly methane gas. If the alarm had not been turned off and sounded off, the power to the mines would have shut off. There was also a report in 1990 that revealed that the built-up methane gas caused by poor ventilation was something that contributed to the explosion. This case was thrown out. However, the families are appealing the judge's standing. Hopefully these families can get the justice they deserve. Also, if you guys are interested in learning more about what happened in the aftermath, I would recommend the book called Number 9, The 1968 Farmington Coal Mine Disaster. It was written by Bonnie Stewart in 2012 who is an investigative journalist and professor at California State University.